Ada!
Yeah, that's basically how every Resident Evil fan, Ada fan, Resident Evil 4 DLC fan, or anything remotely good out of Capcom feels right now to that showcase. If you haven't already figured it out, no nice introduction from me. This is going to be what I guess consider a rant video, because after watching that Capcom showcase, I mean, damn Capcom. I mean, it's maybe someone forgot to let you know that it is your 40th anniversary. You know, don't try to celebrate too hard or show off anything really interesting. Now, before I start dogging everything, I'm not going to get mad at the best part of the showcase, which was the Dragon's Dogma 2. That looked fine, excellent. I'm actually interested in playing that, but unfortunately, that not even that got a release date. And then the other thing, Pragmata, well, they gave a crap update on that, which they don't know when that's going to release. So who knows? They have no idea when anything's going to be released. But now that I got the few bright spots on this thing out of the way, man, like that. If you want to say that what a bad showcase is, that's a bad showcase. Like, it was so bad. Honestly, Capcom, you know what you should have done? You should have just made a post on social media to say, hey, you know, happy 40th anniversary to us, and that's it. Because there was no point. That was a waste of absolute time. I mean, my goodness. I mean, honestly, you know, I've said this before about Capcom, and I'll say it again. They remind me so much, like, my perfect analogy of who Capcom is so much like Harvey Two-Face Dent. Somebody needs to make a t-shirt about that. But Capcom is basically like Harvey Two-Face Dent, you know, from the Batman comics, because they are literally two sides of the same coin. Because you have one side that'll flip up, and you're like, man, you know, Capcom, they're like Harvey Dent. They're getting stuff done, and they're putting away criminals, or they're producing great games. They're doing so many great things, and then just with a flip of a coin, they turn into Two-Face, and you're just wondering, what in the name of God are they doing? Like seriously. And it's just, it's like they can never consistently just be great. Like, they have great moments, they have great games, but then they'll follow them up with just boneheaded decisions. And this whole showcase, I mean, you just had the great release of Resident Evil 4 Remake, and then on top of this recent release, Street Fighter 6, you figure, let's follow it up, right? I mean, everyone was looking forward to this showcase, because they're like, well, you're going to announce something about Resident Evil, right? I mean, a lot of people thought it'd be the Separates DLC, and now, even though we know it exists for people who know, like, you know, all the stuff on the files and the PC thing, and the character models and stuff, and they're on the thing, there's going to be still a lot of people that think, you know, you guys are crazy, you know, it doesn't exist, hasn't been confirmed yet. And granted, I can't blame them for feeling that way, but it makes you wonder. But now we're going to have to wait even longer. And my thing is, how much longer are you going to wait? I mean, even if it wasn't coming out, you know, recently, you could at least give an update. You're going to tell me you're not that far along, you couldn't give an update. It just shows how just non-connected they are with fans. And what really, it actually made me laugh a little bit, but annoyed me too, is like during the whole showcase, like the one that got the biggest like screen time was the Exo Primal, which, and I'll be honest, I played a little bit of it when they had the first beta of it, and it's all right, but it can get, I can tell the game will get real repetitive, but it triggers me so much, because it's basically, everyone's just saying, like, what is this? Like, why are you making this game? Like, where's Dino Crisis? And the game basically is just dancing on Dino Crisis's grave. It's more, I mean, honestly, Dino Crisis is probably more extinct than the actual dinosaurs themselves, but it's like you're watching this whole thing about Exoprima, and they're just like acting like, oh my god, like this, they're so excited. It's like, dude, nobody really cares. And it kept going on and on. That guy kept talking and talking and talking, and I think it was at that point I just had to realize, man, they're not going to showcase anything. And right on schedule, the only thing they showed of Resident Evil was something we'd already seen in the exact same footage. It wasn't even new footage of Resident Evil 4 VR, which they still don't have a release date and stuff. And I like it. Oh, it's a free update for free DLC for updates. Like, yeah, you still have to have the VR too, which is pretty daggone expensive. But they didn't even show anything new of that. And the sad part is, the only other Resident Evil thing they showed off was, even though I did play it and enjoy it to a degree, they showed off a little few images. They're talking about the Capcom idea of Resident Evil Reverse. That's right, Resident Evil Reverse got more screen time than anything on the next Resident Evil game, or, you know, remake or DLC for Resident Evil 4. Yeah, they are so disconnected from their fans sometimes. And it's kind of like with the survey, which seemed like a good idea when they're asking what kind of remake you want. You gotta ask yourself this question: if they're asking us now, like what remake they want, doesn't that mean they haven't really been listening for a while? I mean, come on now. Like, I think it's pretty obvious, but who knows with them? But man, they were really excited about that Exo Primal. Too bad most of the people in the chat were not. They were just basically saying, "Please, just stop." Like, I use this phrase a lot. Even waterboarders give their victims a break every once in a while, but man. As I did one bright spot, like Dragon's Dogma 2, and even that couldn't get a release date. Another thing I would like to see, and I've heard a lot of people say this, and I agree, like have a Resident Evil Classic Collection, the original 1, 2, and 3 from the PS1 days, like brought to our current gen consoles, and so we don't have to bring out the old stuff again to play them. It's like, why not? But it's just, man, oh man, that showcase, wow, like, I use this phrase, nothing sucks like a Dyson, but man, I think something outsucked the Dyson vacuum this time. That was bad. They shouldn't even had a showcase. In fact, they should have been arrested. That's how bad the showcase was. They should have been, I mean, that was terrible. I mean, oh my goodness. Honestly, it'd be an accomplishment to try to be even worse than that. And don't give me any ideas, because they'll probably try to do it. But I mean, your 40th anniversary, and that's what you do? Like, really? I don't even know what to say. I really don't know what to say. But man, in the Resident Evil community today, we took a huge L. I mean, granted, hopefully next month, July, will feel a lot better with the Death Island coming out. They didn't even show anything about Death Island or anything. Like, nothing. Like, wow. It's like, man, that's just don't celebrate too much, Capcom. I mean, just show things that a lot of people really aren't that invested in. Interesting. As I'm not going to crap on them, different strokes, different folks, but that's not what the major people coming into this showcase were looking for. And with the whole separate ways thing, I've heard many people who know the behind the scenes saying, like, hey, it's not going to take as long as the Resident Evil Village DLC come out, because they already had this really planned. So why can't you show something? Like, you could show, hell, you could have shown an image and be like, hey, it's coming soon, or at least something. Or, I mean, I'd still be like, when I get a release date, but at least it'd be something. But man, it's just, when are you going to announce this? Because someone made a good point, like, hey, you could capitalize on all the excitement right now. A lot of people are excited, but that's going to die down over time. And it's just, by that time, some people might have just moved on. And it's just, you can't be that disconnected from fans. But then again, it is Capcom, so who really knows? But man, and I'm looking at this whole Summer Games Fest, and I know some people had their hit and miss moments from these festivals, but at least there was a few things good in every single showcase that I personally saw. There's something I could go into, but man, this was bad. Honestly, you get to some of these things and you just wonder, like, what are you doing? And I mean, man, I'm running out of things to say. I don't want to go into a huge, like, cursing rant or something like that, because it's just not really my style. But damn, wow, just wow. That's just bad. They left me speechless, because you keep thinking when you're watching the showcase, they're probably going to save the best for last. And yeah, they said that they saved the best for last. All right, hey, thanks for watching. Bye. That was probably the best thing, because they ended it and you're just like, thank God. It's like, what a waste. I'll tell you this right now, if it wasn't for the Final Fantasy 16 demo coming out today, and by the way, I love that. I'm going to make a full video on that tomorrow. That's going to be a lot more positive of the thing. Check that out. And by the way, if you haven't downloaded that demo, do yourself a favor. Even if you're not a fan of Final Fantasy, go download that demo and give it a try. I think a lot of you, even if you're not fans, will definitely enjoy that. That's be something special, but I'll save that for tomorrow. But if it wasn't for that, man, I'd be so down right now, thinking, like, damn, they really just did that, and they did it with a smile on their face, and because, hey, we got that Exo Primal, and definitely all the different versions and collections and different styles and suits and additions and battle pass stuff and all that stuff that everyone's definitely going to want to play in this whole online only game that's going to probably be just as dead as the dinosaurs are eventually when it runs its course. And I could be wrong, but I don't know how many people are seeing that, especially with the whole as I said, I love Dino Crisis, and that thing just it triggers me so much, man. It's just like, damn, Capcom, man, I love you guys, but man, you Capcom are like the ultimate definition of a love-hate relationship, because man, I love you sometimes, and sometimes I just look at you like, man, I don't know what to say to you. I mean, seriously, how do you not know that's like, I mean, it's like we go to these showcases. I know sometimes we get disappointed by a game or two, but when your whole showcase and we're expecting like a few things that we know, or at least something from those things, and you just strike out on everything. I mean, once again, you showed more reverse gameplay, even though it was like 2 seconds of it, because it was in the background image. You showed more than that, than anything major new in Resident Evil on your 40th anniversary. Just think about that. On your 40th anniversary, that's how you celebrate yourselves? Wow. Well, I guess we're just going to have to wait longer, but that is my opinion, or rant, whatever you want to call it. I want to hear your guys' opinions, or how do you feel about this showcase? Is there anyone that actually liked this showcase? If you did, hey, more power to you, but let me know how you felt about having no major Resident Evil content of anything announced at all. But that is going to be it. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, and hopefully I can see you guys back on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and I hope to see you all later. Peace.